let's move on to the next question from comparing quantities. If A's income is 30% less than B's, then how much percent is B's income more than A's? So here let's consider B's income to be 100. That is like the total, right? Out of 100 we are talking about. So let's take B's income to be 100. So A's income would be 30% less than 100. That would be 100 minus 30, which gives us 70, right? Then how much percent is B's income more than A's income? So how much percent is B's income more than A's income? So the difference between both of their income is 30. Out of A's income is 70 into 100 because we're taking the percentage. So here we'll get what is 3 by 7. Let's do it. 0. In 30 we get 4 7s are 28. In 20 we get 2 7s are 14. Then we get 6. So 6 60. So 8 7s are 56, right? So we get around 42.8%, and here the answer is 42.6/7%. So a man spends 20% of his monthly earnings on house rent. So a man is spending 20% of his monthly earnings, let's take it as X, on house rent. Out of the balance, he spends 75% on other house expenses. So let's see, if X is the total income of the man, basically 20 by 100 into X goes as house rent. Now out of the balance, that is X minus 20 by 100 into X, this is the balance amount, right? Out of this, he spends 75% on other household income. That is 75 by 100 of X minus 20 X by 100 is spent as other expense, right? Now if he had a balance of rupees 250 at the end of the month, the monthly earning of the man is. So now we know that this is the income minus 20 by 100 of X minus 75 by 100 into X minus 20 by 100 of X is equal to 250. What did we do here? We subtracted both of their expense from the total income here. So what is X minus? We could simplify this as 1 by 5X, 1 by 5X, and here we could cut it down to, we could take 25, 3 by 4, 3 by 4 into X, and here we have negative 3 by 4 into, this is 1 by 5X, right? So we have negative 3 by 5, negative 3 by 4 into minus 20 by 100X, minus 20 by 100X. Here we'll get this as minus 1 by 5. So minus into minus becomes positive. So 3 by 20X plus 3 by 20X is equal to 250, right? Now let's take a common factor. We have 5, 4 and 20. So we'll take 20 as the common factor here. So let's go 20x by 20 minus, let's multiply this equation by 4. So that becomes 4x by 20 minus, let's multiply this by 5. So 3 5s are 15, 15x by 20 plus 3 by 20 x is equal to 250. Now we have 20x minus 4x minus 15x plus 3x whole divided by 20 is equal to 250. So 20 minus 4 is 16, 16 minus 15 is 1, 1x plus 3x is 4x. So let's say 4x by 20 is equal to 250. So 4x would be equal to 250 into 20. So 25 into 2 is 50. We have two more zeros, that is 5000. X is equal to 5000 divided by 4. We get 1 4s are 4, 10, 2 times 2 again, 1250. So rupees 1250 is the answer for this question. Now, if the numerator of a fraction is increased by 20% and the denominator is diminished by 10%, the value of fraction is 16 by 21. The original fraction is. So, let's take the numerator to be x. The numerator of a fraction is increased by 20%. X plus 20 by 100 of x divided by denominator is diminished by 10%, right? So y minus 10 by 100 of y is equal to 16 by 21, right? So let's equate the numerator only first, that is x by 20 by 100, x is equal to 16. So when we do the calculation here, we get 120x, that is 100x plus 20x is 120x by 100 is equal to 16. So 120x is equal to 1600. We cancel both of these zeros. Then x is equal to 160 divided by 12. So let's cut it down by 4. We have 40 here and we have 3 here. Now 40 by 3, let's keep it like that. X is equal to 40 by 3. Now let's find y. So y minus 10 by 100 times y is equal to 21. So we get 100y minus 10y is 90y by 100 is equal to 21. So 90y is equal to 2100. Now y is equal to 2100 by 90. We cut this out and let's divide by 3. Here we have 3 and 70. So now we have to find x by y, which is the numerator by denominator. So it's 40 by 3 divided by 70 by 3. 3 and 3 cancels out, 0 and 0 cancel out. We have 4 by 7 as the answer here. Now let's move on to the next slide. Let's solve this question. In an examination, it is required to get 36% of the maximum marks to pass. A student got 113 marks and was declared failed by 85 marks. The maximum marks are. So basically a student got 113 marks and was declared failed by 85 marks. That is, he needed 85 marks more to pass the exam. So the minimum mark a person should get to pass the exam would be 113 plus 85, which is equal to 198. So now we get that 36% of the maximum mark is 198, right? So we could say that 36 by 100 of the maximum mark I am representing as x is equal to 198. So 36x is equal to 19800. Now x is equal to 19800 by 36. Now let's cut this out by 6 or 3. Let's do it. So 6 3s are 18, 6 3s are 18, 00. Now we could again do 3. So 2200. Now let's cut it out by 4. 5 4s are 20, again 20, 550. So 550 is the answer for this question. The price of cooking oil has been increased by 25%. The percentage of reduction that a family should effect in the use of cooking oil so that not to increase the expenditure of the account is. So let's say X was the price of cooking oil. It was increased by 25%. That is, X became X plus 25 by 100 of X. The percentage of reduction that a family should effect in the use of cooking oil so that not to increase the expenditure on the account is. So we have a total expense here. If we are spending an amount of money in the price of cooking oil, the family should have a particular expense, right? So if it is increased by 25%, it should also decrease by 25%, right? Yeah. Let's move on to the next question. A boy who asked to find 3.5% of a sum of money misread the question and found 5.5% of it. His answers was rupees 220. What would have been the correct answer? So when we are taking 5.5% of a number, we get rupees 220. So when we are taking 11 by 2 by 100 of a number x, we get 220, right? So 11 by 2 x is equal to 220 into 100, and 11x is equal to 220 into 100 into 2, right? So we get x is equal to 220 into 100 into 2 by 11. So 11 and 220, we could cancel it out to be 20. So this becomes 2 into 2 is 4, 4000, right? X is 4000. Now we need to find 3.5% of it. 3.5% of 4000. Now what is 3.5? 3 into 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 by 2 by 100 of 400, right? So we have 7 by 200 into 400, right? Now 200 and 400 cancels out to be 2 into 0. Yeah. Now we get it to be 140. 140 is the right answer. Now, the ratio of the numbers of boys and girls are in the ratio 3:2. So, boy is to girl ratio is 3:2 here. If the 20% of the boys and 30% of the girls are scholarship holders, the percentage of students who are not scholarship holders is. So, 20% of the boys and 30% of the girls are scholarship holders. Okay, now this is the ratio of boys as to girls. So when we are talking about boys, we have 3 by 5 parts of boys and we have 2 by 5 parts of girls, right? So 20% of the boys out of this thing are scholarship holders. So 20% of, that is 20 by 100 of 3 by 5 are the scholarship holders. So we could cut out 5 and 20 to be 4 and 4 and 100 to be 25, and we get 3 by 25 of the students in boys are scholarship holders. Now let's check about the girls. 30% of the girls. So 30 by 100 of 2 by 5. Now 5 and 30 goes like 6 times, and 6 50 again by 20 by 2 we get 3 by 25. That is 3 by 25 part of the girls too holds the scholarship, right? Now we need to find the percentage of the students who are not scholarship holders. So we have 3 by 25 of boys holding the scholarship and 3 by 25 of the girls holding the scholarship. That makes us the total percentage 6 by 25 of the total students hold the scholarship, right? So what is the rest? That is 25 by 25, that is 1 minus 6 by 25, which gives us 19 by 25, right? 19 by 25. So let's divide this. We get 0.190 in 190. So 25 into 4 is 100, 25 into 5 is 125, 25 into 6 is 150, 25 into 7 is 175. So we get 7 and 190 minus 175. So let's subtract it. We get 15 and 150. Let's see, 25 into 5 is 125 and 125 into 6 is 150. This means that 0.76%. Now convert it into percentage, we get 0.76 into 100, which means 76% of the students are not scholarship holders. Okay, now if 50% of x minus y is equal to 30% of x plus y, then what percentage of x is y? So here it said that 50%, that is 50 by 100 of x minus y is equal to 30 by 100 of x plus y. Okay, so let's cancel this 100 and 100 out. We have 5 and 3. So we have 5x minus 5y is equal to 3x minus plus 3y, right? So let's take all the x to one side and all the y's to one side. We have 5x minus 3x is equal to 5y plus 3y. So we have 2x is equal to 8y, right? So x is equal to 8 by 2 times y, which is equal to 4y, right? Now, what percentage of x is y? So we need to find the percentage of x and y. So x is equal to 4y, right? The percentage of x in y could be written as x by, let's write it in the term of y. So this is y, and compared to the ratio x is 4y into 100 into, so 1 by 4th of 100, that is equal to 25%. We get the answer to be 25% here. Now, if 15% of 40 is greater than 25% of a number by 2, then the number is. So, what is written here? 15% of 40 is greater than 25% of a number by 2. So, 25%, that is 25 by 100 of a number plus 2 is equal to 15%. 15% of 40 is greater than 25% of a number by 2. Yeah, 15 by 100 into 40. This is the given equation. Let's solve this. We have 0 and 0 cancelled out, and we cut 5 from both of the places. We get 2 and 3. We get 12, 2 and 2 here. We get 6 here, right? So 25 by 100, 25 by 100x is equal to 6 minus 2 is 4. So 25 by 100, again, this is 1 by 4, and x is equal to 4 into 4, that is equal to 16. So we get the answer at 16 here. So let's move on to the next question. A certain amount of sum amounts to rupees 7,350 in 2 years and to rupees 8,575 in 3 years. Then the rate percent and sum are. So first let's find the rate percent. So rate percent would be equal to 8,575 minus 7,350 divided by 7,350 into 100, right? This is the change in amount. So which gives us 1,225 by 7,350 into 100. So let's cut this out. 10, 2 times and 5. Now we have 1 times of 5, 23 we have 4, then 35 we have 7. So let's divide 1225 by 47, 147. So first one is obviously, okay, we have 1225 divided by 127, right? So let's multiply this 2 here, or otherwise we'll forget it. So 2 5s are 10, 1 balance, 2 2s are 4 and 5, then 2 2s are 4 and 2 1s are 2. So we have to divide 2450 divided by 147. So let's change here to 2450 divided by 147. So 1 into 147 we get 147, and the remainder, this becomes 15, this becomes 3, 7 and 15, 8, this becomes 13 and 1. So 9 plus 4 is 13. Now we put the 0 down. Now 980, let's see, 147 into 6, 6 7s are 42, 6 4s are 24, plus 4 is 8, 2, 6 1s are 6, 7, 8, 882, we get 882 here. So 10 minus 2 is 8, 10 minus 2 is 8. Now this is 0. So this is 7, this becomes 17, and this becomes 9. It just continues on the process, 16.666, which is equal to 16 into 2 by 3, right? Now let's find the sum. Now we know that 7,350 is equal to the principal amount x into 1 plus, what is the rate here? 16 2 by 3. This is 16 into 3 plus 2. 16 into 3 is, let's see, 16 into 3. 6 3s are 18. 3 1s are 3 and 1 is 4. 48 plus 2 is 50. 50 by 3 it is. So 50 by 3 by 100 in the term of 2 years, right? So raised to 2, which becomes x into 1 plus 50 by 300 into 2. So let's cut this out. 0 and 0, we get 1 by 6. So this could be equal to 7350 is equal to x into 6 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 by 6 into 7 by 6, right? It's squared. Now x is equal to 7350 into 6 divided by 7 into 7, right? Now let's see whether we could cut this 7 out from somewhere. Let's see from here, let's cut a 7. 1 7 is 7, 0, 5 7 is 35 and 0. Now let's see whether again we could cut the 7 out from here. We could get 1 7 is 7, 35. We have 5 7s are 35 and 150. Now we have 150 into 36, which is 6 into 6. Now let's do 15 into 36, which is 6 5s are 30, 6 1s are 6 plus 3 is 9, 3 5s are 15, 1 3s are 3 and 4. We get 9, 5 plus 9 is 14 and we get 540 and we add one more 0 here to get the answer 5400. So it's 16 2 by 3% and rupees 5400. Now, a sum of money doubles itself at compound interest in 15 years. In how many years will it become 8 times, right? So, in compound interest, the money doubles itself. So, the principal becomes 2p in 15 years. So, what is the equation of compound interest? Compound interest is equal to the principal, which is p into 1 plus r by n into raised to t into n, right? So the compound interest, the sum of money doubles itself in 15 years. Now the compound interest becomes 2p into 1 plus r by n into t is 15 years, right? Now in how many years will it becomes 8 times? Now we need to make this principal into 8 times. So let's say this is the compound interest. Now let's see the new compound interest is equal to 8 times 8 times p into 1 plus r raised to r by n into t time, right? So we could find a very simple thing here, that to make 2p 2 to 8, 2 cube is 8, right? That is 2 cube is 8 here. That is, we are cubing 2 to become, the principal is 8. So at the same time, if we cube the whole equation, let's see what are we going to get. We get 8p into 1 plus r by n whole raised to 15 into 3, right? So this was the 2p's equation. Then we cubed it because it's 8 here. So now we get the compound interest as 8p into 1 plus r raised to r by n raised to 15 into 3 is 45. So 45 years is the amount of time to required to make it 8 times. So let's solve this question. By selling sugar at rupees 11.16 per kg, a man loses 7%. To gain 7%, it must be sold per kg at. So we have the selling price at rupees 11.16 per kilogram. Now, what is the loss percent here? Loss percent is 7%. Now, we learnt a formula that selling price is equal to 100 minus loss percent by 100 into the cost price, right? So we know the selling price here, which is 11.16. This is equal to 100 minus 7 by 100 into the cost price. So this becomes 11.16 into 100 divided by 93, which becomes the cost price. Now let's do the calculation. We get 1116 by 93, which is equal to the cost price. Let's do the division here. 1116 divided by 93. We have 1 into 93 is 93. We get 11 here and we get 0 here. So 11 minus 3 is 8, right? 8 plus 3 is 11. So 10 minus 9 is 1. We have 186. So 93 into 2. 3 2s are 6 and 9 2s are 18. So we got 2 into 93 is 186. So the answer is cost price is 12, right? Now we have to find the profit percentage. We have to find the profit percentage to be 7%. So what is profit percentage? It's the profit divided by the cost price into 100, right? Now 7 should be equal to profit by cost price is 12 into 100. So profit should be equal to 7 into 12 by 100, right? Now let's cut it out. 12, 6 and 50. We have 3 by 25. Now we get 21 by 25, right? 21 by 25. So what is 21 by 25? 21, let's see. Okay, let's cut it down from here only. 21 by 25. First of all, we get 0.210. So basically we know that 4 times 25 is 100. So 8 times 25 would be 200 and 9 times 25 would be 225, right? Let's see, 25 into 9, 9 5s are 45, 4, 9 2s are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 225, right? So we have 210 here, so this goes at 8, 8 times is 200, then we have 10 here, so we add one more 0, that is 100, and we get 0.84. So 0.84 should be added to 11.16, no, to the cost price, that is CP is 12, 12 plus 0.84 should be equal to the selling price to gain a profit of 7%, right? That is 12.84 should be the price. Now, let's move on to the next question. The mark price of an article is 10% higher than the cost price. A discount of 10% is given on the mark price. In this kind of sale, the seller bears no gain and no loss, gains 1%, loses 1%, none of the above. So it's given that marked price is 10% higher than the cost price. So mark price is equal to 10 by 100 into cost price plus the cost price, which means it is equal to 110 cost price divided by 100, which gives us the answer of 1.1 cost price. So mark price is equal to 1.1 cost price, right? Now there's a discount of 10%. 10% discounts mean this is the difference of mark price and selling price. So 10 by 100 is equal to mark price, which is 1.1 cost price minus selling price. So let's take the selling price on this side. We could do this as 1 by 10, right? This is 0.1 is equal to 1.1 cost price minus selling price. So selling price is equal to 1.1 CP minus 0.1, right? So this means that we could say that the selling price is actually, let's see, the selling price is actually what? Selling price is actually less than the cost price because the cost price is higher. So there would be a loss of 1% of cost price. Now, the ratio between the sales price and the cost price of an article is 7:5. What is the ratio between profit and cost price of the article? So let's go through this question once again. Okay, so the ratio, let's do this question. The ratio between the sales price and the cost price of an article is 7:5. That is, sales price is to cost price is in the ratio 7:5. What is the ratio between profit and cost price? So basically, sales price is 7 by 12 and cost price is 5 by 12, right? So what is the ratio between profit and cost price? What is the profit? Profit is selling price minus cost price, which would be equal to 7 by 12 minus 5 by 12, which would be equal to 2 by 12, right? Now, we need to take the ratio of profit and cost price. So, profit is to cost price is equal to 2 by 12 is to 5 by 12, right? This and this cancels out and we get the ratio to be 2 is to 5. Now, moving on to the next question. By selling a table for rupees 350 instead of rupees 400, loss percent is increased by 5%. The cost price of the table is. So, instead of selling a table for rupees 400, we are selling this table for rupees 350. So, what is the loss? Then the loss percentage is increased by 5%. Now, we have to find the cost price of the table. So, what is loss percent? Let's see. So let's do the next question, where by selling a table for rupees 350 instead of rupees 400, the loss percent increased by 5%. The cost price of the table is, so 400 minus 350 divided by the cost price is equal to 5% of this table, right? So 50 by x is equal to 5 by 100. So x is equal to 50 into 100 by 5, right? So 5 and 50 cancels out to be 10 and the answer supposedly becomes 1000. Now, the simple interest on rupees 5000 increases by rupees 30 when the time increases by 8 years. The rate percent per annum is. So what is the equation of simple interest? Simple interest is equal to the principal into rate into time, right? So the simple interest increases by 30 rupees. So what was the principal? 1500 and the simple interest is 30. So 30 is equal to 1500 into rate which we have to find into time. So rate is equal to 30 by 1500 into 8, right? Now we could cancel this out. 3 and 15, we get 50. So we get 1 by, what is 50 into 8? 5 8s are 41, 400. So this becomes, this is R by 100, right? So R is equal to 100 by 400. So that is 1 by 4, that is 0.25%. So the answer becomes 0.25% here. Now, if a shirt cost rupees 64 after 20% discount, what was its original price? So, what is discount? Discount is equal to marked price minus selling price, right? So, we need to find the marked price here. After 20% discount, the original price, like the shirt cost 64 rupees. That is 20 by 100 of an original price, right? 20% discount of the original price. Original price minus 20% discount of the original price, we get 64 rupees. That is x minus 20 by 100 could be written as 1 by 5. 1 by 5 x is equal to 64. We get 5x minus x is 4x by 5 is equal to 64 and 4x is equal to 64 into 5. Now, we could get x is equal to 64 into 5 by 4. Now 4 and 4, we get 1 4s are 4 and 24, 6 4s are 24, 16 into 5, 16 into 5, 6 5s are 30, 5 1s is 5 and 80. We get the answer to be 80 rupees. Now, the difference of the compound interest and simple interest on rupees 66,000 at 6% annually for 2 years would be. So first let's find the simple interest. Simple interest is equal to principal, which is 66,000 into rate, rate is 6 by 100 into time. Time is 2 years. So this becomes, let's cancel these zeros out, 660 into 6 into 2, which is equal to 660 into 6 into 2. So we have 66 into 12, we have 6 2s are 12, 6 2s are 12 and 1 is 13, 1 6 is 6, 1 6 is 6, 2, 9 and 7. So we have 7920 here, right? Now the compound interest. What is compound interest here? We have principal to be 66,000 into 1 plus rate is 6 by 100 whole raised to the time is 2 years minus 66,000, right? So 66,000 into 100 plus 6, we could cut it down to 3 by 50, right? Now 50 plus 3 is 53 by 50, the whole square, minus 6,600. So this means that, we get 66,000 into 53 by 50 into 50 minus 66,000. So we could cut down these zeros. Still we could cut down 5 from here. We get 1 5s are 5, 1 6 3 5s are 15, 1 0, we have 2 5s are 10. Now we have 132 into 53 divided by 5, which gives us around 5. Let's cut down 5 from here and here. So we get 1 5s are 5, then 3 get 0, 0.36. So we have 132 into 53 into 10.6. So 132 into 53 gets us 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 16, 5 1s are 5 and 6. So 6996, which is, yes, and we have multiplied by 10.6. We have 6996 into 106, which gives us 36. 6 9s are 8, 6 9s are 54, plus 3, 57. 6 9s are 54, plus 5 is 59, and 6 6 are 36, plus 5 is 36 plus 5 is 41. So we get 41 here. Now we have 0 0 0 zeros, and then we have 1 6 is 6, 1 9 is 9, 9 and 6. So 6 7, 9 plus 6 is 15, 10 plus 1 is 11, 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 1 4 14, 7, and we have 10.6 here, right? So we have 1 point here. So let's avoid that, which have 74157.6. Ignore the 0.6 no matter what. So we have simple interest and compound interest. Now let's subtract it. 7920.074157, right? So we get 2 zeros here because of 100. 7415.76. Let's ignore that. 10, 1, we get 5, 0, 5 point something, right? Now this is for 2 years. Now we have to find the difference between in 1 year. So 505 by 2, 2 2s are 4, 1 0 5 and 2 2s are 4. We get 250 to be the answer. So that's it about this session.